Welcome back to another episode of Carson's Aquatics. Today we're going to be using AI to choose fish for our aquarium. A few videos ago we used Snapchat AI to set up this 20-gallon tank. It definitely looks a little bit different from last time. I did take all the plants out of here. It was a brand new tank. It didn't have any fish in here. It just wasn't the best living conditions for plants, so I did take them out. But in this video we are going to be getting this tank set up with some new plants, and we are going to be using AI to choose the fish for this aquarium. And I'm definitely excited to see what it tells us to get. But before we get into that, I do want to take a minute to tell you guys about the sponsor of today's video. This video is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. A bunch of you guys have probably already heard about Raid. It's one of the most popular mobile games, but it is actually available on PC as well, if that's more your style. Both are absolutely free, by the way. Raid Shadow Legends is a dark fantasy role-playing game with over 700 unique champions you can play as in all different types of game modes. You can compete with other players on PvP Arena, or if you're like me, you just sit back, play a little single player, campaign mode. My favorite part about this game has got to be the graphics. I'm not a huge gamer, honestly. The only games I really play are on my phone. But this game literally has like PC level graphics just right here on my phone. If you're not already on Raid, now is a great time to get started because they're dropping all new characters from a limited time series called Call of the Arbiter. The first one, Artak, the Mighty Orc Warlord, is available now for free. So hit the link in my description or scan this QR code to get started and get a free starter pack with all this in-game loot. A huge thank you to Raid Shadow Legends for sponsoring this video. Now let's get right back to it. So the first thing we're going to do with this tank is add the plants to it. Like I said before, I did remove all the plants from this tank just so they wouldn't die. But now this tank has been up and running for a little bit. I did also add some guppies in here like a week ago just to get the cycle going in this tank. Along with that, I did throw a heater in here as well. So this tank is now ready to go for our plants and our new fish, which I have no clue what this AI is going to tell us to get. It could go the community fish route. It could tell us to get cichlids. It literally could be anything. So real quick, I do just want to get this tank ready to go with some plants, and then we can ask AI what we're going to be buying for this thing. Alrighty guys, well the tank is done and it definitely looks a lot better than before. It looks way better from the first time we set it up as well. These are just way higher quality plants, and what do you know? These plants and many others will be available on my website very shortly, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, the tank's done and now we can finally ask AI what kind of fish we're going to be getting for it. Just like last time, we are going to be using Snapchat AI. If you have Snapchat, you have an AI friend that you can talk to on the app. It is definitely a cool feature, and we are just going to go ahead and ask if he remembers the aquarium we set up a while ago. See, he said he does remember, but he asked how the fish are doing. No fish yet. That's actually what I was going to ask you about. Let's see what he says. I'm so excited to hear you're getting fish. What kind are you thinking of getting? I actually want you to choose the fish for me. Okay, oh, right into it. He said neon tetras. They are small, colorful, and easy to care for. I have not had neon tetras in forever. It's literally been years since I had those, so I'm looking forward to that. I miss having neons. I'm gonna ask him how many. 6 to 8 neon tetras, okay. So a little school, probably go with 6 because I do wanna have plenty more room for other fish in the tank. And I am gonna go ahead and ask him what other fish we should get. You could also get some Coryodora catfish to help keep the tank clean. All right, I had a feeling he was gonna go with the community fish. Anyone that's asking Snapchat about fish is probably a beginner, so it's probably a good thing he tells you community fish, because that is definitely a good thing to start with. So we've got our neon tetras, we've got our Coryodoras. I'm gonna ask him how many Corys. Okay, 3 or 4, that's perfect. We are gonna ask him for one more fish. We got a couple smaller things. We got stuff that stay along the bottom. We need like a centerpiece for the tank. What's it gonna be? Let's see what he says. You could consider getting a dwarf gourami. They're a vibrant and peaceful fish that can add some color to your tank. That's exactly what we're looking for. Dwarf gourami will be perfect. Another fish I have not had in probably 3, maybe 4 years. All right, I'm excited. We're getting some neon tetras, some Coryodoras, and a dwarf gourami. 3 just classic community fish, and they are definitely gonna look awesome in our tank. So now that we know what we're getting, we are gonna head over to the pet store and hopefully find all the fish we need. Alrighty guys, well we just got done inside the first pet store, and luckily it was the only pet store that we're gonna have to go to today because they had all the fish that the AI told us to get. We've got them right here. We got 6 neon tetras, 3 Coryodoras, and 1 dwarf flame gourami. Got them all in one bag right here. We're gonna get them home, get them acclimated to their 20-gallon, and get them into the tank. I'll see you at home. Alrighty guys, we made it back home. We are gonna go right ahead and put these fish into the 20-gallon tank to start acclimating. Here they all are in the bag. Those neons and that gourami just have some awesome colors. These cories are super cool as well with their designs. These are all just super cool fish, and I cannot wait to release them into this tank. But we are gonna let them acclimate for like 20 minutes. I'm also gonna open up their bag and let some tank water in every few minutes. And then here in a little bit, they'll be ready to go in. So I'll see you then. Alrighty guys, well, it has been about 20 minutes. These fish have been acclimated to this 20-gallon tank. So we are going to grab them out of here and we are going to dump them into this net, and into the tank they go. Wow, dude, look at all the colors. Check it out, the neon tetras are already sticking together. The corridoras all went their own ways. This gourami is just chilling here up front. But back to those neons, dude. Those are just some of the most colorful freshwater fish you can get. And I'm honestly very happy with all the fish that the AI chose for us. He did a good job setting up this tank a couple videos ago, and he did a good job picking the fish for it in this one. Again, 3 just great beginner fish. And we are gonna give all these guys a while to get comfortable in this tank. We'll come down here in a few hours to check on them. And yeah, with all that being said, I'll see you then. Alrighty guys, well, it has now been about 4, maybe 5 hours since we added the fish to our 20-gallon tank. And I think they actually are getting a little bit more comfortable in here. You can see those neons are moving around a little bit. Their colors are looking a little brighter than before as well. We got a couple of our cories hanging out right over here, and then our gourami in the back. I did actually see him at the top of the tank when I came down here, but when he saw me, he took off down to the corner. But yeah, everyone seems to be doing great in this tank. I'm definitely happy with how this tank turned out and with how all the fish look in there. I'm for sure gonna be leaving this tank set up for a little bit, and it might have room for a couple more fish or maybe even some shrimp or something like that. So if you guys want to see something else in this tank, just leave it in a comment down below. But yeah, other than that, today's comment of the day goes out too. And if you want your comment to be the comment of the day in the next video, all you got to do is drop a comment down below, and that could happen. And if you liked this video, be sure to hit that like button, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button, turn on post notifications, and I'm gonna see you in the next video.